What's going on now?
You already froze.
Just me, or is this a little fun? Looks funny on the screen.
It looks great.
Does it?
Yes.
All right. Now what are we gonna do? Because I ain't working on my laptop still.
Right. Trying to figure
Good evening, everybody. If you're just tuning in, this is Arend Feenstra, and that is my lovely wife.
Hello.
It looks funny though. It's like a black ring around it today. What's that?
It's fine. Just leave it.
Well, that's that X. We don't want to do that.
Do it again. Don't do it.
Yeah, there's something funky going on. Oh, there's 24 people on here now. Hello, everyone. Hey, hey, hey. What are we doing? Your laptop's not working either?
No.
Oh, we've got problem. We have big problem. Very big problem. Привет. Belarus. Use Belarus. Hello, how are you? I have a problem. We have no translations.
Well, we will in a minute.
It will come?
Well, you just have
Привет. Hello, back. Good evening, everybody. It's been a week and a half. What a crazy week. Big news, of course, this week would be Charlie Kirk and his death, untimely death. But I think in everything, God has a purpose. But it has caused a lot of time for reflection, I think, on his life. And on everyone's life, on our life. What's the purpose? What's the point? What are we doing? Why are we doing it? What's happening to the world? I think that's a big one. What caused this to happen? And what do we do about it? Where do we go from here? There's been a lot of questions. A lot of people wondering what is going on in the world. So anyway, us as well. Time for reflection because he was a good guy. He did a lot of good things. A young guy, 31 years old, to have that kind of a legacy. I've often said that the dash between your birth date and your end date is super important. And for many people, it is absolutely meaningless. They go through life accomplishing nothing and won't be remembered by anybody. And for most of us, that's probably true. For most of us, beyond our grandchildren, nobody will actually know who we are. And that's kind of sad. So you only have a short little time on this earth to make something meaningful, to do something useful. And then you get a guy like Charlie Kirk, who has spent the last 13 years doing exactly that, making his life useful. So, yeah, our condolences to his family, of course. And hats off to anybody that's doing that, to every day try to make a difference, to spread light, to bring joy to the world. Hats off to you. And I think we should all do more of that. What's the purpose of your life? What's the purpose of my life? What are we doing that's actually useful in this world? How are we making it better? I know I've spent a lot of time reflecting this week, and I encourage all of you to do the same. Really think about it. Anyway, that's been on my mind a lot. I'll probably bring it back up again sometime through this live. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And I'm Kirk. This is Anneesa. We are Countryside Acres. Obviously, you probably know that. But if you're new to the channel, we changed our life radically 2 years ago. We decided to sell everything and move. And we have moved to Russia. We're rebuilding. We're setting up a new life, a new homestead for our family here where we believe it is safer and has a better promise for the future. And yeah, we kind of share what we do every day, how we're doing it, how we're building, what we're doing, and how you can also do it. So that's basically what our show is about, I think. And also having a large family, worshiping God, being traditional values, important stuff. What are we at? Hello, back.
Hello.
We've got Russian on here still. Is there a way of translating, or it doesn't translate? Oh boy. And you can't get your phone going?
No.
You don't want me to hold that?
No.
Why not? It's easier for me that way. Where is the ram? Well, you gotta wait and see on that one. There's a good story behind that one. It is crazy.
That's it.
That's what I'll leave it at.
That's it.
Crazy
You
story.
have to watch the next video.
Yeah. Hello from Vladikavkaz. Hello back. Yev, what happened to those Canadians that you welcomed to your farm? Well, we welcome everybody to our farm. We're pretty friendly folks. They came here emailing us back and forth for quite a while on how to get here, how to, they needed advice. We helped them with everything we could, including picking them up from the airport and bringing them here. And we gave them some work here, helped them out find accommodations. And eventually they got to the point where they were on their own, were able to take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They have found their own place to live. They, I believe, have found work now, or at least the dad has. Freed has found work, and they have bought a house about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from here.
2.5 hours.
And they've put in a garden. They've got some chickens. They've got some goats. Yeah, it's really nice. We visited them not too long ago. They got a really nice place.
Mm.
I don't mean nice as in brand new or nothing. It's just it's a nice spot in the village. They're fixing up a house. I think everything they set out to do, they've been able to do it, and on a good budget. So a lot of people ask, how much money do you need to come here? There's all different answers for that. It really depends on your needs and your wants, I guess. But they're doing it on a budget, and I think they're doing it well. They're doing a good job. Did you find that lost ram? Oh, you have to wait till this week. Good evening from Red Mila. Thank you. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not aware who Charlie Kirk is, his name is circulating through the media. He was a very conservative man, family man, Christian man, traditional values man, and he was very outspoken. He did a lot of good speaking to people, trying to change their minds about
the younger generation.
Younger generation primarily, yeah, a lot of campus tours and things, trying to change people's minds for the good. My response usually is to just walk away, because I feel like these people are beyond fixing, and that's not the best response. I think God wants us to work with everybody and try to make a difference, and Charlie definitely would do that, or would try. He spent his life doing it, and engaging with these people. Unfortunately, it's what got him killed. Somebody shot him and killed him this week, and so it's definitely on the hearts and minds of many of us around the globe. I did say to the kids the other day that in his death, he may actually touch more people than he did in his life, which is amazing. And again, what are you doing with that space between your birth and death? Because a lot of people don't do anything with it. So, all right, what do we got? Hello, Arend and Anneesa. I hope you found your ram. Boy, everybody's on the line for that one. Honestly, it's a crazy story, and you guys stay tuned. Percy, Anneesa, how is it going with all the food prep from the big garden?
Exhausting. It's going, still coming, still working, still getting stuff done. It takes a lot of work.
It does, yeah. And
especially the first year. I feel the first year is always the worst, because you have to start fresh and new jars, and
that's right.
You don't have any supply at all.
And it's different here because there's different kinds of jars.
Well, that and the canning was different this year. The altitude is different, so it takes you have to know your elevation or where you're living in order to pressure can, get things to work properly. And yeah, it's all just a learning curve. And then just busy. We're just busy people, so it's like never ending work.
Lots going on,
Yeah.
Hello from, you missed something.
That's the same.
Oh, you missed a few, because I don't know, up there said something about Siberia. I hadn't read it yet, so but maybe I did.
Yeah, you did.
Greetings from St. Petersburg. Dean Jones, we must journey upon the path that God has laid out for us. Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. But what is that path? I think most people don't even know. Most people, and this is sad to say, but it's true, and I'm not judging you. I want you to reflect on you as I reflect on me. And we have to be honest, what do we live for? And most of us live for us. We live for me. And we should live for each other and try to fulfill God's purpose for us. Sadly, most of us don't do that. Some of us don't know how to do it. That's the other thing. But I think we should spend our entire life working for each other and trying to make this world better than the one we came into. And so that's something we need to work on, all of us. Eternal memory, Charlie. Mike, Yev, they live not far from them, about 2 hours away. Answering about the other family, yep. Any news about the cows? I will share more news about that this week, but
Maybe.
up until today, there is still no news. It's ridiculous. Absolutely 100% ridiculous how long it takes to get anything done here. It took 3 months to get these sheep. It's 20 sheep, 5-page contract, like just ridiculous. I don't know what else to say. It's just absolutely mind-bogglingly ridiculous. So I have a meeting coming up this week with the local vet.
Vet and inspector, they're together. Here.
Yeah, it's anyway, and we're going to try to learn some more from them. Apparently we did a few things wrong in transporting them here. We had to get permission from the vet for transporting them as well or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'm hoping to try to learn. That's what I told the vet too. I want to do the right thing. I want to obey the law, but in all honesty, it's proven to be very ridiculous, and it's been very stressful. It's been a very stressful 2 years already. But then to try to figure all this out, it's discouraging, I guess. Disappointing, discouraging, frustrating.
Very hard to just make a living, I find.
Yeah, something that, in our opinion, should not be very difficult is proven to be very difficult. So, anyway, pray for us as we carry on, because we are hoping to keep moving forward, but it's challenging. As far as the cows, no
Somebody
movement.
said 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah, exactly.
5 minutes.
Exactly. What do you got? Очень хорошо. No, I really want to be with you, but I don't understand anything. I'll watch the recording. Okay, thank you. I wish you not to be disappointed. There are enough problems in all countries. Amen. Yeah, absolutely. So I feel safe here, but it's really hard to get any business done. You need to improve sound volume. I can't. You have to turn up your end. So either crank your speakers or buy better ones. Where are you heading? Titus sent 5 Countryside Acres gift memberships. Oh, wow.
You guys can go on.
Somebody can claim those memberships. If you click on those, you will become a member of Countryside Acres. Thanks to Titus. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now we have to find.
Right there, down. Moscow's watching. Yay! Moscow, Moscow. Yay, let's see improvements on the farm. Never knew who Kirk was and don't care. Well, that's terrible. You should care. I'm really sad that you feel that way. Don't you regret moving to Russia? No, I do not. I believe Russia has an enormous amount of potential in the future, and I feel safe here. I feel safe for my kids here. So, is there problems here? Yeah, of course. There's problems in every country.
What just happened in the United States?
Yeah, absolutely. You have a left-wing mob that's so crazy that it shoots people with a different opinion. That's
threatens their life on social media like ours.
Yeah, I get regular threats. There's a guy that emails me quite regularly wishing our family dead. So I don't have that here in Russia. I feel very safe here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy you finally got your sheep. Thank you. Oh, something here.
Alrighty.
Do your children plan to receive further education other than home education, or do they all see a future in farming? Greetings from the Upper Volga.
We leave that open.
They're allowed to do whatever they like, and of course they could carry on with more education. I think some of them almost should, because I see some
interest in other things.
Yeah, I just see some of them. I'm like, you could really do more with your brain. And I hate it when I say that, or when people say that you could be more than a farmer, like as if, I think a lot of people treat farming as if it's nothing. It's a really good job to have. It doesn't always pay the bill, it doesn't always pay really great, but being a farmer, you get to be many different things, like engineer, carpenter, plumber, lawyer, whatever you got to be. It's a wonderful job, and I really like it. But we do need other expertise in this life as well, and some of our children, I find, are extremely intelligent. So I don't know. Ways. We'll see. I want them to be who they want to be. I don't want them to be who we want them to be.
Yeah.
Who we want them to be is God-fearing, productive members of society in whatever they do, and we will both support them in whatever they choose to do.
Yeah.
Are there any mosquitoes? And if so, how do you deal with them? I kill them with my hand. Yes, we have some mosquitoes. Not bad.
No, they're not bad. I find the flies this year worse than mosquitoes.
Yeah. Now that we have cows and stuff, we have a lot of flies, black flies. The big the big house flies, I guess. Well, we have another word for them, but it's not proper.
Manure flies.
It tends to be every day. There's a nice gentle breeze.
These are cluster flies.
Blows away the mosquitoes. Real Christians accept all people and don't immigrate to Russia because of fear of people who are different. Well, that's a pretty dumb statement, actually. What do you know what a real Christian is? Just because someone moves doesn't mean they're less Christian or more Christian. And we didn't move here out of fear for anyone. I'm not afraid of homosexual people. I don't like the direction the country is heading in, and I don't like the ideology that they're forcing on the younger generation. It's twisted, it's perverted, it's wrong, it's barbaric, all of it. Whether it's abortion or transgender or homosexuality, it is all an abomination unto God. It's not good. And if society doesn't want to fix that, then that's not the society we want to live in. That's not fear. I'm not afraid of it. I just don't want any part of it. It's not Christian. It's not wholesome. I'm waiting for your video. It's a pity that the stream is not in Russian. I'll watch it later with translation. You have a good family. I'd like to know if you'll have your own farm store. Well, thank you very much for your support. We appreciate that. Yes. We would like to have a farm store. I don't know if it'll ever happen or not. I hope so. We're finding more and more it's difficult to get anything done. There's so much red tape and laws and legislation and registration and paperwork. I'm hoping so. Eventually, I hope we'll sell more farm products once we figure out how we can legally get it all done. A lot of people here tell us it's not a problem, but most of those people are not doing it legally. And we are trying to follow all the laws and get things done legally. And that costs a lot more money and possibly is not even possible on some things. So if we follow all the laws, it's possible we aren't even able to do what we want to do. And we're trying to figure that all out. It's very stressful and it takes a lot of time. So pray for us as we continue to try to figure it out. Evening from Norway. Hello, Gerard. I'll just say it like that. Gerard, maybe? Hello. Some gardening and stuff. Happy birthday to Sir Wayland. How's his driving going? Is he doing donuts in the yard yet? He's doing great driving. No donuts. I try to keep it slow. But he's learned a lot. He's come a long way in driving this year. And he's doing good. Normally we start them around 8 years old in driving, and he was a little bit late because of moving around. So I think he's done really good. This year has been his first year, but he really gets to do a lot more driving. We don't have any field work. This time was already mowing hay and baling.
Well, we do have field. Just can't afford the.
Oh, we don't have any equipment to do field work. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And we did a lot of custom work, which also we won't be able to do here, unfortunately. And I was hoping we could do that here too, but without a tractor's driver's license, we're not allowed to go on the road. And you can't get that until you're 18 and know the language. So none of us right now can drive on the road, which means I can't do any work for anybody else.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of disappointing. It is what it is.
Oh, that's the
Got that one ready. Victor Yashenko, $49.99. A bit to help you and the Australian friends.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. We also appreciate our Australian friends. They might be watching, I don't know, but we do appreciate them. It's been a blast, a fellowship. It's something that we were really lacking. It was really hard, I guess, being here. We have friends here, but it's not the same as speaking in your own language. People that actually understand you, that maybe shopped at the same stores you did, or grew up similar to you did, or behave the same way. So yeah, we have a lot of great fellowship and really appreciate it. Funny story about Russia and papers. My classmate owns metal CNC printing workshop. Sweet. B2B mostly. Customer engineer makes it in CAD, prints it in paper, and my guy draws it in CAD back. Russian efficiency. Yeah, that sounds about right. Laura, hi from Alberta, Calgary, watching you for a few years now. We are Russians, moved to Canada 20 years ago, and now I'm thinking, should we plan going back? Canada reminds me of Russia in the 90s. Yeah, Canada's a mess. And you know what? Russia right now reminds me of Canada in the 90s. The good years that we all look back on fondly. Russia reminds me of that. And I think the Russian government is doing an amazing job in steering this country. And I hope that they that they're taking notes. I hope that they're analyzing. I hope somebody is sitting somewhere in a think tank wondering what happened to the West, what went so horribly wrong in the last 30 years, and how can we stop that from happening here? I really hope so. I hope they make more steps to prevent the fallout that happened in the West, because it's degenerated so ugly in Canada and the USA. The Lord speaks to us in the manner that is most impactful. Just because you don't hear an answer, it doesn't mean you are not heard. Amen. Yeah, that's true too. Very true. Okay, some people took their gift memberships. Congratulations, you are now members of Countryside Acres. And thank you very much, Titus, for sharing those memberships. Do you plan on shearing your sheep yourself, and will Anneesa be processing the wool for her own use?
I would love to.
We do plan on it, but it doesn't mean it'll happen. I mean, there's nothing you can't do. I've never sheared a sheep, but it can't be that hard to do. Other people do it. So I think we'll figure it out, and I have no idea what we're going to do with the wool.
I would love to process it, but
we'll see. We had some friends that made
time
felt.
is always an issue in my life, so yeah. Oh, that's the same one.
We were reflecting on that too, that we work a lot. We don't really have a lot of time for leisure. We probably work, I don't know, 14 hours a day or more. And then, why? I mean, I don't know how to do anything else. That's what I do. I just work. And it's not always physical. It might be computer work. It might be some other work. But it would be nice to get to the point where we have more time to just rest, I guess. Go fishing or something. Yeah, I'm starting to think more and more about it. I would also like to know if you have the opportunity to buy and sell it here in Russia, maple syrup from Canada. I've actually never looked into it.
Yeah, oh no.
Bringing syrup from Canada? No, I've never looked into it. I don't know. Excuse me. With sanctions and stuff, there may be restrictions on importing. I don't know. I'm not sure. Interesting idea. But they do make syrup here as well. I've been told. So, a $1.99 super chat from O Gigs Abroad. Irish? O Gigs? I don't know. Greetings from Bosnia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate your support. Bosnia. Phantom, I don't understand the vet situation. What's the hang up? I don't understand either. That's
not
the problem.
vet. It's the hang up with the cows.
Oh, yeah. No, the cows is the farm itself, I think.
Yeah.
The one minute somebody's on holidays, the next minute they can't figure out which cows. Then they found the cows, but I don't know. I don't understand. I have no idea. Like, I try to explain that to people. In Canada today, I could wake up this morning and say, honey, I want to buy some cows. And I can go and buy the cows and I can bring them home today. And I could, I could get up in the morning, jump in my truck, go buy the cows. And before coffee time, I could be home with cows. I don't understand why it takes this long either. And I wish I did. And that's the frustrating thing. I don't understand. I'm trying to understand, but I don't understand. Well, everything takes long. I feel like
the answer is always just the way they do it here.
It's like nobody wants to make it go faster. I don't understand what the problem is. I really don't.
Well, if they made it go faster, then maybe somebody would not have a job, is what I always think. Or maybe they
like the sheep too. It took us months and months and months. Finally, the sheep, but then I had to go and look at the sheep before they get shipped. That's fine. I understand that. But I don't have time to go. And a family friend is right there, lives next door. So I said, why don't they look at the sheep? In Canada, that would be simply look over the fence. Yep, looks good. Load them up. No, I had to sign what do they call it? Power of attorney for this person to go and look at these sheep. That had to be signed. It's sheep. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I really don't. And I'm hoping one day I will. And I'm not trying to complain, because guaranteed there's going to be somebody that's going to be upset with me for complaining. If you don't like it, then move. That's not the point. I don't want to move. I like it here. I just don't understand why everything has to be so difficult. Why can't one thing finally be simple? Right? It's been 2 years of high stress, of one difficulty after another, and we make it through every one. But it's just one day I'd be like, you just sit down and say, oh, that was easy. And I haven't found that thing yet. Everything's complicated. Farming is the bedrock of every society. If you don't have food, you'll starve. Amen. That is 100% true. And I hope people
We'll
take
wake
that seriously
up.
and support their farmers.
Didn't see that.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Glad to see you. Well, thank you very much. Yulia, love your family. Thank you. Sword, the guy who posted about real Christians most likely isn't even Christian himself. He's just trying to accuse you of apostasy of his own religion, wokeism. You're probably right there, too. Is there a fuel shortage in Russia? Not that I'm aware of. Locally, right here, I don't know if there's something happened to the gas station's tank or something, but the one, I have two gas stations right close by. The one has gasoline and the other one does not. And I'm not sure why. That was just this week. I went to get some gas for the weed trimmer and they didn't have any gas. I don't know. I don't think there's a shortage. I mean, I can still buy diesel fuel. I can buy, there's gasoline elsewhere. Friends of mine were here today. So the other gas station that's here that does have gas, they raised the prices. So friends of mine they actually drove a half an hour down the road to another gas station where the prices are still normal. Other than that, I have no idea. I have not heard of any shortages of any kind. Can you hire a lawyer who will guide you through legislation instead of hitting the walls by doing it on your own? Oh, no, we have a lot of help, but none of our helpers understand it either. I can't find anyone that understands it.
I don't even think the people that are abiding by the rules understand it. I think that's the problem.
It's hard to explain the problem. Every person I talk to, look, I research everything. If you don't know me very well, I research absolutely everything before I do it. But I can't get an answer because I get 10 answers. And then I find out that they're all wrong. Everybody just does everything the way they feel they should do it. And most of it's not legal. Okay, I've talked to other farmers. How do you do this? Oh, we do it like this. That's how you do it. Oh, okay, good. So then I try to do it that way. And I find out that's against the law. All of these people are breaking the law. And nobody seems to care. It's like there's a whole bunch of laws and everybody just disregards them and does their own thing. I can't do that. I'm an immigrant. I don't want to get kicked out. I like this country. And I'm also on YouTube. So everything we do is posted right here. And we're Christians. We believe in obeying the law. So we're trying to figure out what the law is, even though it doesn't seem like anybody knows.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of old laws.
Yeah.
That everybody's doesn't really agree with the old laws, but nobody's had the time to fix the laws.
One of my friends, his wife is a vet, and he speaks English. He lives here in this country, and I've talked a lot with him. And so he explained a lot of stuff to me the other day, and I was like, okay, finally, in my own language, I understand some of this stuff now. But then talk to the local vet, and I find out that most of that's wrong. So now he's in a different area,
a different region,
maybe different region, different law. I don't know. On Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, pray for us. We're going to have a meeting with the local vet. We're also bringing our assistant who can translate everything properly while we're sitting at the table, and hopefully we'll get some answers. But that doesn't make it easier. The answers will just help us to understand the problems,
where we go from here.
But it's not going to erase the problems. It's just going to help us better understand it. And at least if we can understand the problems, maybe it'll make more sense to us as to why we're doing what we're doing. I've already learned some things, like some of the diseases that are here, we don't have in the West anymore. Okay. In the last 50 years, we have eradicated certain problems in our cattle and in our sheep and our goats. We've eradicated some problems that here they still have. So like, okay, now that is logical. That is why we have some stricter veterinarian rules here as for moving animals around. And we don't have that in Canada. It's because we don't have those diseases. So I'm like, okay, finally, that is an answer that makes sense. Why can't I just grab a cow and move it? Well, because there's a potential for diseases to be passed that we don't have in Canada. Okay, thank you. That's the first time somebody told me that. And I'm sure there's, at least I think so. There has to be logical reasons for a lot of this stuff. But it does make it more difficult. So pray for us. Hello, my favorite family from Victoria. Hello, everyone from California. Hello. California, I gotta say still, is Northern California. The most beautiful scenery I've ever seen in my life. Like visually, the colors as we drove between the grasses, the different colors of grass. It was just the most stunning landscape I ever saw in my life, Northern California. If the province of Alberta leaves Canada, What will the government do? Will they send in troops? That's a big if, huge if. I don't believe Alberta will leave. Everything is so tied up in laws and legalities that it would take years and billions of dollars. I don't think it'll happen, because even if the current government votes for it, by the time it gets enacted, there will be another government voted in, and they'll probably scrap it. So the chance of Alberta actually leaving is very, very, very small, in my opinion. If it would get that far, again, that's a huge if, then would the Canadian government step in? It depends on what United States would do. If the United States would say, we will accept you and we will back you, then there isn't anything Canada can do. I mean, you're talking like bicycles against tanks. Canada could never do anything about it, the federal government. But again, we're talking big ifs. And that's also if Alberta actually would want to join the United States. They might want to go on all on their own. I'm in favor of Alberta separating. I think it's a great idea. And yeah, I would definitely vote for that or support. Oh, I won't because I live here. But I mean, if I was there, I would be definitely in support of that. But I don't think it'll happen. Natalie, why does Anneesa call Russia a backward country? Whoops. Anneesa did not call Russia a backward country.
I said that Russia was behind the times with the truck.
Yes. They do not have cattle trucks here.
They don't have cattle trucks. They have big ones. I've seen them on the roads, big ones for big size operations. They would in piles of animals going to the slaughter or the butcher. But they don't have smaller ones for people like us.
Even the big ones, I haven't seen that many nice ones. Bureaucratic has some nice aluminum trailers like we had in the West.
But they don't have a truck that would come that would be just for animals here. Yeah. Like this truck that came here would have been used for something completely different every other day of the week. So it could have had household furniture in it. It could have had, you literally just hired a truck driver from any trucking company to load these sheep in and bring it here. Mm-hmm. So it was not, in my opinion, accommodating for animals, right? It did not have a trucking or for animals.
And we couldn't find one. We spent a lot of time looking for someone to truck cattle.
Does it mean this company was bad? No,
they did
that's
a great job.
all they have here. So on the smaller trucks in Canada, they would have a ramp that slides up the back and it would hit the ground. And then they would have the side rails on the sides of the truck. So they would be just wooden side rails on the sides of the truck that you could
take them off, set them on the ramp.
And they would be attached to the ramp. The animals could come down, and it's very simple and easy. Yeah. And they do not have anything like that here.
That in at all. I would say most farmers, probably 60% of farmers own their own livestock trailer.
Yes.
So we had a trailer as well that we hauled cattle in. My one brother's, I think, got 2 of them. Yeah, they're just normal. Everybody has one. Mm-hmm. And you can load cattle and move them around. And I haven't seen any here at all. We've been trying to move the cows. We're talking about how we're going to move these cows. Possibly we're going to be bringing them 2 at a time in somebody's Jeep. Like, there doesn't seem to be any mode of transportation.
Right. So that's what I was meaning, is they're behind the times with transportation for animals. And that's it. Mm-hmm. It's
great that you have sheep now. Yeah, that's cool. I like looking out the window, seeing them there. They're pretty, like, skittish is the word. I don't know if that translates, though. Like, spooky. Kind of just
nervous.
Yeah, nervous. There you go. That's a great word. When they first showed up. But they really calmed down. Like, if you've seen the video, when they got out of that truck, they just took off running. Now we can get up to him. And it was interesting because, like, Finley could get in the pasture and he could get up. And they would come right up. They weren't scared of him. Even the dog, not scared of Lucy. But bigger people, they were scared, and now they're pretty calm.
They come right up to the fence. They stay close to the farm, and it's cool.
Absolutely. Greetings from Switzerland. Good luck in your Russian journey. Thank you very much. Alberta, it will come out of nowhere. Not sure. What happened to Ram? We'll find out this week. Kyle. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, praying for his family. Amen. Yeah, it's like I said, it's on everybody's minds right now. It's very sad. Feel for his kids.
I feel for his children because they'll never actually know who he is in person, ever, right? So they'll know who he is from a memory of everyone else and the videos that you and I would watch, but they'll never actually physically
father.
be able to remember him.
Yeah.
Or
His
his hugs,
2
or
children,
his
3 years old
touch.
and 1 year old, so
Yeah.
very young.
Yeah.
The left wing people, the crazy liberal ideology people, hope to shut this man down so he wouldn't spread his message. But the beauty is that God will use this, and it'll actually end up being the opposite. There will be more people now to spread hope and light and truth. So the opposite will happen. But unfortunately, Charlie had to die in the process. Excuse me. When will you have new interviews on Channel 2? Oh, man. I really want to get at it this week. I think I need to get at some more videos this week. We've just been so busy. God bless you guys there. Thank you very much, Kyle. Natalie, will you buy Angus cows as you wanted? I can't even get dairy cows. I would like Angus cows, yes. How long will it take? I do not know. I don't know. I'm having a discouraging week, really, because it's just, I got to figure out some more rules and legislation. It is possible. It has to be possible. I'm telling you, it's got to be possible. But how to get it all done, I don't know. I hope so. I'm going to say yes, we will have Angus cows one day, but I don't know when. Hello from Swift Current. I love seeing your progress. You as a family have made on your farm. God bless you all. Thank you. I was reflecting on that this week too. You know, all the progress you guys see has been stuff that was within our control. All the building, all the fencing, that's all stuff that is in our control. But now we're waiting for others. And for whatever reason, it has to take a long time. Avril Lavigne, famous singer from Canada. I like her very much.
Do you know?
Oh, I don't know
No.
personally, no. I know of her.
Canada
yes,
is very large.
I love her. You can put any of her songs in your video or you can donate. I don't think, I mean, I don't mind some of her music, but she's not exactly a Christian role model. I don't let my children listen to that. And yeah, I mean, she's a Canadian. She might be a really nice person, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know her personally. There is a saying in Russia, the severity of Russian laws is compensated by the non-obligatory nature of their implementation. Yes, people keep telling me that. But how does that work for an immigrant who has a YouTube channel where everyone's watching and is a Christian who wants to obey the law? So that might work for most people, that they just don't follow the law. But unfortunately, that doesn't work for us. Hello, our dear Russian farmers. Thank you. How are you living without Fent? You can get it for free in Canada. I don't know. Are they talking about drugs or what are you talking about?
No idea.
Fentanyl would be drugs, but we don't do drugs.
No.
Hello, family. God bless you from Pennsylvania. Thank you very much. Nice to see the sheep showed up. Is there no market for wool? No. It's worthless, basically. I'm running from my mother-in-law the same way your sheep run from people. I actually like my mother-in-law. It's funny how most people don't like their mother-in-laws. I don't know why. There's always these sayings about
I
mother-in-laws.
know, but it's sad. If they don't like their mother-in-law, they usually don't like their mother or their wives.
No, because the wives usually don't like their moms either. So
Yeah, but I have a lot of traits of my mother.
yeah, you do.
And you like my mother, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people that are like complaining about their wives, they should have probably looked at the mother-in-law before
That's
they
true.
married their wife.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Gwen, sorry, I forgot what your current status in Russia is. Do you have health insurance? What will you do if kids get sick? We are temporary residents in Russia. We have temporary residency status. I wish I was a citizen, but I'm not yet. So that's going to be a long, long road yet. It would simplify a lot of things, though. Health insurance. Yeah, we have something. It covers some stuff. I'm not exactly sure all what. But
you have it, but you haven't been able to figure out what it's for because everywhere we go with you,
yeah, I mean,
you pay.
There's been a couple of places where I showed it and I had to pay anyway, so I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you do if kids get sick? Well, we take them to the doctor.
They won't deny us service.
No, and
They
even
have
then,
told
no,
us
like
that. They won't deny us.
it's not like
service.
United
It's just-
States. Like paid healthcare here is still very affordable. You know, to
Right.
get an MRI done costs you like I don't know,
Right, like,
$30
they
or
have
something.
moral values here, though. They won't deny you service, and they're not going to jack the price just because they have empathy here, and
Yeah. Right, like Wes needed knee surgery, or at least we thought so. We canceled it for now. He probably still needs it, but we're just trying to get some more opinions. But that knee surgery is going to be $3,000, which is a lot of
More.
money for us. Right?
more than that.
Was it more than $4,000? Well, American.
American.
I think it was around 3,000 American. Anyway, which is a lot of money for us, but I mean that surgery in the United States, I'm guessing would be like $40,000 or $50,000. I have no idea.
Right.
Natalie, it is surprising that despite such difficulties with documents, veterinarian control, and livestock breeding, Russia is fully self-sufficient and produces many products for export. Well, there's a lot of large agricultural holdings. So again, nothing is impossible. It's just with all the bookkeeping, like there's so much record keeping that needs to be done. You basically need to hire a bookkeeper to do it, which means you need to make more income to pay for a bookkeeper. So the dilemma that I'm having is that I'm thinking it might be, I get to hold it now. It might be impossible. I hate that word. It might be very difficult to run a family farm the way we want to run it, because we may have to hire too many people in order to pay for it all. And so you need to be a farm of a larger size. Which creates its own inefficiencies many times, but I mean, Russia produces an enormous amount of food, tons and tons and tons and tons of food, and exports tons and tons of food, and will continue to do so. And as things improve, as farms improve, as more technology is utilized, there will be better efficiencies in all the different farms. It'll continue to produce. I mean, I've said this 1,000 times, Russia is going to absolutely skyrocket. But we have to find our place in that, and we have to understand how things work here. Things that we may not understand now. I'll guarantee you we don't. There's a lot of things we don't. We are used to doing things in a certain way, and now we have to learn how to do them differently. And so things that we think are common. Jesus, get your house in order. Love your family. God bless. Amen. Healthcare is free once you obtain residency. Well, not completely. There's some things that aren't covered. Depends on what you need done.
And that's permanent residency, not temporary.
Yeah. Excuse me. I run out of tea. I did. Where are we? Oh, that's nice. Anneesa, your husband is wonderful. He's a super professional who was able to adapt to another country and is building a business. He's a handsome man. Good luck to you guys. Did you know that?
I did.
Oh, wow. I want to meet your husband. He sounds like a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have my flaws. Only a couple.
Very few.
Yeah. Well, thanks, honey. It's nice of you. Thank you for believing in Russia. Thank you. Thank you, Russia, for giving us a chance and believing in us. Because it's been, although it's been the most stressful 2 years of our lives, I would do it again. And I love it, this country. It's just, there's so much here, so much beauty. It's just really hard.
I think I would pick a different profession.
Yeah, maybe we wouldn't pick farm. I don't know. What else would you do though? Maybe for a couple of years, not farm or something. Yeah, it's been a challenge. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a challenge. Come and see how our agriculture is organized in Belarus. You will be surprised. In Russia, we need such people. I think you should advocate for all foreign farmers to settle in Nizhny Novgorod. This way, you can all help each other settle and, more importantly, create demand for a family farm infrastructure. Yeah, I think that's wise, and I think the governor here is working on that as well. I think they would like to see more farmers here. I think, though, farmers need to see success stories before they're willing to come, and I think a lot of people are watching us to see how well it works out before they come, and we are actively really trying to figure out how this all works. Because I get questions every day. I get emails from people like you every day that want to know, how to do stuff, and I don't always have the answers. We're trying to figure it out. Is it possible? Yeah, I think so. I believe so. I believe this government wants you here. I believe this government has opportunities for you, and I believe this government will be supportive of you. How do we do it all? I don't know. We're pioneering it. We are one of the only people doing what we're doing. I don't know, and people that I know don't know anyone who has built a house on their own land and is doing what we're doing. So I have no one to call and ask. We're alone. And in many aspects, a lot of the government has no idea either, because they've never had a foreigner come here and do this. Do they want us here? Yes. Every government official that I talk to is super supportive of us doing what we're doing. including the Minister of Agriculture. They're all like super excited. There's these people that are coming to Russia to farm. So full on support, but not everybody has knows how to do it. We're all figuring this out together. The laws are pretty much the same in every country. If you break it, you will pay the price. Yes. First, Arend, you are, of course, a very good person. Can I give you some advice? And don't worry about following the laws in the country. You can't do everything according to the letter of the law. Relax and enjoy life. Okay. Did you guys hear that comment? Because I get this all the time. I get told this. But again, I can't do that because people are, unless I shut the YouTube off. If I shut the camera off and don't show you what I do, then I could probably break laws. My conscience would bother me as a Christian because I'm supposed to obey the law. So it's not really an option, is it? Right? If you're watching, then the authorities might be watching as well. Maybe a bylaw officer or whoever's in charge of making sure the law is kept is also watching, right? And if you're not filming yourself, that's fine. I have the same problem with driver's license. I can't drive I can now. But once I become a permanent resident, I will need a Russian driver's license, which means I need a Class D driver's license. And it's a graduated system, so I have to start with a B. And a B only allows me 8 passengers. So that I can't drive my own family. I need a D. And you can't get a D until a year after a B. So I'm told, well, don't worry about it. Just drive illegally. Just put more people in the car and what if I get pulled over? And the policeman starts counting how many people are in the car.
And I just want to point out, in the length of time that we've lived here, we've been pulled over at least 40 times.
Oh, yeah, I get pulled over lots, yeah.
Yeah, some people are like, 40 times, like all the time.
Our van gets, like,
all the time.
Always gets pulled over for some reason. So, anyway, laws are there, and as Christians, we should be following the law, and especially if you're on YouTube and you're publicizing everything you're doing.
Anneesa seems a little tired. Maybe she should, or maybe a little bit sad. Maybe she's tired. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm so tired.
We've actually been talking a lot about taking a holiday. We're going to have to do something because I think all of us, we're all... I don't want people to take this the wrong way. If I could go back in time, we would do the exact same thing again. Okay? I want you to put that in your heads. But that doesn't mean it's not hard.
Yeah.
It's tough every day trying to figure out stuff. It's very, very, very exhausting, and it's really taken a toll on the whole family. So we could all use a holiday, and we're going to make some plans for a holiday just to get some rest and then carry on, because we're not done. We're going to keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a trip coming to Crimea, actually. That's a working holiday. We can tell them about that?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
So it's through the Crimean Film Board, right?
I think so.
It's a tourist thing. Anyway, they are paying
Inviting
for
us.
our family, to travel to Crimea, and they're going to show us, I don't even know exactly everything, but we're going to be going to some different agricultural stuff that they're going to show us, as well as some tourist stuff. So we're very much looking forward to this. And we're very grateful to the Crimean Film Board for putting this all on. More details will be coming soon as we find out more ourselves. But we're very excited about this. This is something that's been in the works for a while, but it's finally official and it's going ahead. So very excited about that. And we will be filming for you from there. It's the end of October that we'll be going there. So very excited about that. We'll film the whole thing and show you what that's like. So we're going to be filming. They are also filming,
Mm-hmm.
and so I can't really speak for what they're doing because I don't fully know. I don't even know where those videos will be, but presumably in Russia here somewhere. But from our side on YouTube, we'll also be filming and showing you guys that. So very looking forward to that. That'll be a nice trip. Natalie, think 100 times before knee surgery. Go to Moscow for a consultation with the best surgeons, or you can get a consultation via telemedicine. That's another thing. So I just recently went to Moscow. And I should have probably drove, but I was like, it's such a long drive. I am so tired of driving. I thought, we'll take the train. I didn't realize the train was that expensive. To bring our family to Moscow and back cost 51,000 rubles on a train. And I still had to drive from the farm to Nizhny.
It was actually more than that because we had to reschedule.
Oh, we had to reschedule, yeah. So it was more. It was probably 56, almost 60,000 rubles. Obviously better to drive,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that expensive. But anyway, it's done now. But that just gives you an idea again for a large family how much it costs us to go anywhere, to do anything.
Yeah, because we don't get the benefits that the large family.
Yeah, a lot of people keep saying about large family benefits. They do not exist for us.
Yeah.
I'm assuming once we're citizens, maybe we'll get some benefits. But until now, we pay full price for everything. And that's a lot of money to drive or to take a train. I didn't realize the train was that expensive.
No.
Everybody always says take the trains, take the trains. So.
Yeah, but they don't have a vehicle. They don't have to. They don't have many people, right?
Yeah, well, our van's not exactly new. It's kind of old, and there's a few things that should be fixed. And I thought, well, I don't want to break down with the van on my way to Moscow. Plus, I have to pay for the toll highway, which is expensive. I thought, we'll just take the train. But anyway, it gives you an idea, an eye-opener on how much that costs. Do you have any rats there? And if yes, how do you deal with them?
No, we don't have any in the house or anything. But
I've never seen a rat here.
Well, the kids did.
But they're not like Ontario rats. Like those Ontario rats, we got what are called Norway rats. I mean, they're massive, nasty things.
No, this one was a lot smaller. It was like this big with a long tail on it, and it was cute actually. It was quite cute. But yeah, it was in the garden kind of. I don't know.
In
maybe
Ontario,
it wasn't. Maybe it was just a mouse.
Maybe in Ontario, you would never call a rat cute. They are like vicious,
so
nasty
gross.
looking things. Those who pass laws do not understand how it works. There are many laws that few people know about, and they do not monitor their observance. Aaron, just enjoy life. Everything has its time. Yeah, again, it's easy for other people to say.
It is, especially when they have a job, right? Like you can go and get a job and you can make an income. Our job is our farm, and when you can't get animals to make money on your farm, or you can't produce a way of making a living on the farm, then it's kind of stressful, right? So
yeah, and I had hoped to have milk cows so we could sell butter and cheese all summer, but now basically all the villagers are gone back to the city. I still got no cows. Yeah, anyway, move along. What do you got?
Maybe focus on tour other than YouTube.
Focus on your other YouTube channel after snowfalls. Maybe, yeah. Probably gonna do some of that. We got to get some more things done before winter on the buildings, and then we'll do some more. I never seen a rat until I came to New York, and I've been to many places. No joke. Yeah, New York, I think would have the same ones we have in Ontario.
Yeah, those are massive.
Except I hear the sewer rats are even worse because they get just a lot of feed.
Yeah.
Ontario gets cool enough that probably is harder on a rat in the winter. Maybe I don't know.
It depends on where they are. If they're in the grain elevators and stuff, those ones are big.
I remember doing farm chores for my brother. He went away for the weekend. Anyway, there was a brand new big giant bag of dog food. Like they're 50 kgs of feed or something like that. And he had a granary in the front of his barn. It was empty at the time, but he used to keep grain in there for when he had some beef cows, and when he had calves, he'd have some creep feed for them and stuff. So he used to keep that in there. Anyway, this full bag of food went in there to keep it safe. And so I had to do chores to go feed the animals, and the bag still looked full. It had only been in there for like 2 days or something like that. I pick up this bag and there's nothing in it. So you're expecting to pick up something heavy, and it just like, whoa, what is going on here? Anyway, they had eaten a hole in the bottom and cleaned the whole bag up. It was empty. And that bin, that was just gross. You hit the side of it and these massive rats would come clawing out of this thing. Blah. Not a fan. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Amen. And his family. Prayers to his family. Prayers for the whole nation. Prayers for Christianity in the West in general. It's people don't think it's under all over the world. Yes, people don't think it's under attack, but it definitely is. Charlie Kirk was killed for his beliefs and for voicing his beliefs and trying to make a difference. So don't kid yourself. The war is real. Spiritual war is real. Very much alive in the West. Very visible in the West. There's a lot of very evil, satanic people out there. Dimitri, have you already collected mushrooms or herbs? No, we have not. Greetings from Chechnya. Hello, Zalupik. Hello. In my honest opinion, the farming laws are not yet well established in the Russian Federation due to Bolsheviks' politic during 1917 to 1991. But it will for sure improve. In Switzerland, by the way, the farming is just very, very overregulated. Well, all across Europe.
All of Europe. And I think that's what's happened is they've taken on some of Europe's regulations here.
But I'm hoping that the government here also, governments all over the place are over-regulating things, and the over-regulation actually
Hinders.
suppresses growth. It suppresses entrepreneurial growth and is very bad long-term for economy. And I'm hoping that the Russian government here will also see that and will try to deregulate some things to make businesses easier to run and thrive. Because if you don't have small business, I mean, big business loves that. They love more rules for small business because it drives out small business and it makes the big business the only guy in town. But then you have a monopoly problem, and that's not good for consumers. It's not good for the nation. Okay, what's good for a nation, if you look at America even, what built America was a system where people were free to thrive. And people were free to do something. That's the American dream they talk about, which I don't know if it exists anymore now. It's very overregulated. All the business has been shipped overseas and is controlled by a handful of people. But it was built on the men and women, the little people who could actually build their own business and do something and deregulate. And so deregulation, in my opinion, is very important. It should be a priority of the Russian government as well to help small business thrive, whether that's a welding shop, a sewing store, a farmer, it doesn't matter what it is. Across the board, try to make things as simple as possible, still safe, of course, but deregulate. Try to get rid of useless laws. They're in the way of progress many times. People often equate good, positive things in life with easy. In my experience, the best things only come after backbreaking work and long effort. True. I had a lot of satisfaction from it too. The smaller one is a mouse, not a rat. There could be dynamic prices as well. Like if you get tickets a couple of weeks beforehand, they might be significantly cheaper. Possibly, yeah. Where do you guys see yourself in 1 year? That's a great question. Right here. Still plugging away. I can't answer that fully, I guess. I would like to see us being engaged more in agriculture. I'd like to spend more time on social media as well, growing that in order to do more educating. Personally, I would like to do more farm tours, more educating, more agricultural educating, also more sharing light, sharing Christianity, sharing hope. I've never been the kind of guy that wants to I don't want to preach at you and tell you that you're a bad person. I want to show people that life can be different. I want to bring hope and light and happiness to people. And I also am very passionate about agriculture, and I want to share that experience. But farming wise, strictly here on the farm, we're going to continue growing. Hopefully have more time for relaxation and actually enjoying it, and less stress, less work, because it's been a difficult couple of years, I think.
Yeah, I'd like to I guess do more outings with the family, check out more of Russia. It would be nice.
A little bit more traveling.
Yeah, since we have this other family here, it's a little bit more easier to maybe get away and see things and enjoy life for a change, as opposed to just always working, being busy. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I would like to do more traveling too. The unfortunate thing is leisure time costs more, which means we have to work more in order to pay for it. It's always a challenge. There's a balance somewhere. Hey guys, I have been watching your videos since the very beginning of your arrival in Russia. I really like watching you. You have a wonderful family.
Thank you very much.
And that's one thing that helps us keep going. That even though how difficult it is, there's so many people that are cheering us on, praying for us,
so true.
Sending well wishes, helping us some way, one shape or another. It really helps. And I thank you. I mean that sincerely. I really thank you for your well wishes. You get the odd person that says something dumb, but most people genuinely
a nice group of people that support us and follow us, and we just truly appreciate it. And that's one of the reasons I thought, I should take a couple weeks off posting, but then I know everybody will get worried about us, so then I feel like, I better put a video or something out so they all know we're still alive and doing well. But
we are human. We do get tired.
They're all family. That's not the right time up there. It kind of stopped and started again, so we're.
Oh yeah, how come?
I don't know. I think we're over time.
They're still running.
Mm.
Well, your phone just died.
Yeah.
You weren't paying attention. Now what are you gonna do? Is Cora planning on getting a driver's license? Yes.
Cora would love a driver's license, but
actually, here's another thing. So this is really frustrating to both of our children.
Yeah.
They would like to work. Okay, so Cora and Wes both love to get jobs. They can't. They're not legally allowed to work here until they're 18 years old.
As foreigners.
As foreigners. So as citizen, I think a child can start working at 16, but they can't work here until they're 18. Yes. And that's upsetting to both of them because they would like to work and they're not allowed to.
They're itching. They're just itching.
That's something I would like to see changed again too, or an exception made. Like, come on, man. Yeah. You're not going to let someone work until they're 18? Like, half your life's over at 18.
I know. We got jobs at 11.
I had my
strawberries.
Well, yeah, okay, that was yes. But I had my first like job at 12 years old.
Oh yeah, 12 or well, I was babysitting like all summer. I went and I was a nanny for somebody. So like I started work at like 6:30 in the morning and then I worked until 5:30 at night all summer long when I was about 12 years old.
There you go.
Yeah, and there was a nanny looking after somebody.
Yeah, and berry picking. So that's a thing 11. In Canada. I don't know if they do that. I'm sure they do in other countries, but we would go to different places. She lived in a different area than I did, but we did the same thing. Yeah. You'd go out to a berry patch, strawberries.
You got paid for how much you pick. So the more you pick, the more you got.
Yeah, if you just wanted to sit there and not do anything, then you wouldn't get paid. Wouldn't but otherwise, you get paid. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, that would have been my first job too. Aside from at home,
11,
of course.
And then 12. Yeah, I had a full-time job in the summer, and then you got more. As you grew, you kind of had jobs to your experience, and I feel like here that
I just pushed it. Turned off again.
Very limited. Yeah.
So there's no way of seeing comments on the screen.
Oh, if they put them up.
There's one. Greetings to wonderful family from something, as a Russian saint said, family is the last thing left of paradise on earth. Your great videos keep reminding us of that. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. And we'd love to. And I think that's the other thing here is that you said where you see us in a year. I would love to see and show more like family life and stuff.
That too, yeah.
I just feel like the last 2 years, it hasn't really been family oriented because we're just so busy all the time. And I feel like it's been kind of chaos, right? It's like, and I would love to get just back into the routine of life again, right? Where we're not like pulled in all different directions and we can actually like videotape what a large family life looks like for real, not for fake.
Yeah. There's some great comments on the screen. I can only read them so fast, but see I'm looking at my phone right now. You can't tell them. I'm looking at my phone and they show up just briefly on there and then they disappear. So I can't actually focus on any there. But somebody asked, when will we apply for permanent residency? So, I mean, if I could apply for it today, I would. There is a waiting period and you have to know Russian language. So our wonderful President Putin has waived the need for a language test for temporary residency. So this now allows traditional families to move to Russia under the new traditional values visa and apply for temporary residency, giving you 3 years to stay in Russia without the need for language. Before this, you had to pass a language test even for temporary residency, which basically was impossible. So they've made it easier, and I'm very grateful for that. Hopefully some more steps will be made to continue to make it simpler for good traditional Christian families to move here. Hey family, I would like to know, how is the availability of agricultural equipment in your area? Is it on par with the West? No. There is almost no agricultural equipment available. Even brand new stuff, there's very little. Like in the West, we would have a dealership, whether it's Case International, New Holland, John Deere, doesn't matter. There's a Kubota, there's a whole dealership full of equipment sitting there for you to choose from. Here, there's like, I don't know, some dealerships have 1-2 tractors, basically nothing. And also in the West, we would have a farmer could bring in his old stuff, trade it in and buy a new one. And so most dealerships have a very large selection of used equipment there. And here also not. It's very difficult to find used equipment. You have to go look on a Vito or on some other agricultural trading places. And then still it's very far away usually. Nothing close by, and often overpriced, and because of availability, basically. In the West, we have, I've said this example before, but like locally, there's some agro holdings. They probably have like 10,000 hectares of land, maybe more. I have no idea how big they are, but they're huge, some of these agricultural holdings. That would be similar to 350 farms in where we're from. And each one of those farmers would have a mower and a baler and 3 or 4 tractors and a manure spreader and a rake and a corn planter, a seed drill, all this different stuff for himself. So where here there might be one super farm, there you would have 350. And they all have a bunch of equipment. And so there's just literally thousands and thousands and thousands of pieces of equipment available to choose from when you're shopping in Ontario, where we're from. Here, not so much. So here, this just doesn't exist. It's a different culture, and there's just very, very little farm equipment. In terms of changing RU agricultural laws and policies, given your circumstances, bear in mind that there are some very important people watching and or hearing about your videos and overall experiences. Like, from where did that asylum pop out of? Yeah, no, we know that, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. We're very grateful. I don't know what the comment exactly and what the point of that is, but we're very grateful for the people that help us. But that doesn't make things easier necessarily. There's still rules and laws, and I'm not asking them to be changed. I'm not asking for exceptions, because when they make an exception for us, that doesn't help you if you want to move here. What we need to do is figure out, what are the laws? How does it work?
Why are they the way they are?
Yeah.
What is the reason for the law?
The better we can understand them, the more we can help other people also integrate. There's lots of people that want to come to Russia, and I get emails all the time. Most of them are not wanting to come here and farm. Most of them just want to come here and live in a different way. But there are lots that want to come and farm, and it's our job to try to figure out, how does this work between us, between the government, between the veterinarian services. We got to figure out, well, how does this work? Okay, because other farming families want to come here and do what we do, and I don't want to give them a wrong impression and say, hey, it's all easy, come on over. It's not. It's been a challenge, an uphill struggle the whole time, and I think we're moving ahead. Look what we've all got done so far, and that's with the help. We have great partners in government and people that want to help us out, but it still has to be figured out. Even like I said, most of them don't know, because they've never dealt with this. This is a separate situation. A foreigner coming here, building a family farm, living on their land, is not something they've ever seen before, and we're figuring it out together with a lot of hurdles, basically. America is gone since 2014, but people have trouble accepting that. I moved to Sochi, Russia 4 years ago from Texas, and trust me, I don't have any regrets, especially seeing what's happened in the US right now. And that's basically the same thing I hear from every immigrant that comes here. I have not met an immigrant yet that has regrets. It's just different. It's night and day different here. It's hard to explain. And so Anneesa just said, maybe if we were to go back in time, she'd say, maybe we would have picked a different job. I don't know if we would have or not. Maybe. I don't know. We do enjoy farming, but I think that has been one of our challenges, is trying to figure out the agricultural side. If you're just going to come here, move to town and I don't know, get a job, yeah, it's great. It's not that hard. That part's easy. Mm-hmm. Figuring out all the farming regulations and things
and why things need to take so long.
Yeah, waiting for stuff.
Yeah.
Is that heater running? Because it is like cooking in here. Must be.
Maybe.
Plus all these invitations. Yeah, so Mad Max, I'm not sure where you're getting at or why these comments. Maybe I missed something here. It seems like you're implying that we're complaining or something, which we're not. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. Pedro, what happened to the Ram?
Yeah,
it's pretty tense, serious stuff. You got to wait till this week for that one. Cheers from Portugal. Thank you. Maybe your kids can host some workshops until they turn 18. I can see they are so knowledgeable. I'd love to learn from them. Yeah, Cora doesn't mind on camera. Wes doesn't like the camera at all. Doesn't really want anything to do with it. So I can't see that happening. Wes just loves to work with his hands. He's good at it. It's just a matter of, right now there's enough work on the farm, but it doesn't really pay. So it'd be nice to get a job that can make money. Victor, full contact. Hey guys, I understand English, but I gave you a like, and I always give it when I watch you. Spasiba. Dimitri, how do you cope with the fact that animals get used to you, trust you, and then you have to send them to be slaughtered? You don't get attached to them at all. I understand that with such experience, such a question probably doesn't arise. I get asked that question actually a lot. You'd be surprised. No, I am mentally prepared for the fact that every animal is serving a purpose.
None of us likes to kill the animal.
No,
so
I
it's
don't.
like
No.
we butchered some children.
I hope you didn't butcher any of the children. I can vouch for the fact that all
the
still
children and I butchered some chickens, and they none of us, like, they were almost like picking straws of who's gonna do the deed of, putting them out of their misery.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
nobody likes to do it, right? It's
We
just
need to
awful.
respect life, and we don't kill for fun. We've always taught our children not to kill for fun, but we also always taught them that every animal serves a purpose. They're either here for, they're either working or they're here for food, or in the case of Lucy, she's here for pleasure. She gives us accompaniment. We just enjoy having her around. A cat would be here for catching mice. Everything serves a purpose, and the cows, the pigs, the chickens, their purpose is to provide us with meat. So, is a part of me sad when I have to shoot one for food? Yeah, I mean, I enjoy them alive, but I also enjoy them in the freezer. So I don't know. They are, yeah, it's just part of life, I guess. Yeah. My channel, $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Can you still get super chats? Yes, we can. If you're not aware what a super chat is, I actually don't know how to give one, but basically, it's a way for you to send us a little gift, a little present. And it helps us make our videos, grow our farm, feed our kids, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much. What do we got? Easy, we can handle it. We just slaughter, cut up, and calmly eat the meat. There you go. I'd like to take a minute too just to thank all of our supporters. We have some loyal supporters both on Boosty, our platform here in Russia. If you're not aware of it, it's a place where we post our videos. They are regularly translated into proper Russian for you to understand. And there's also other content there that you don't see elsewhere, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And so there's different memberships available there. We also have Patreon for you in the West. Patreon is basically the same as Boosty, but it's in the West.
And I'm just getting that started. So
that's brand new for us, yeah. And then we also have memberships here on YouTube as well. And don't forget, we also have a Telegram page. If you are not aware of that, we share regular pictures of our family there as well. In Russia, God's laws are saint and the most important. Men's could be imperfect. This is moving. Not so necessary to follow them literally, though it's better to follow them anyway, especially for foreigners. Well, exactly. We have to be law-abiding citizens, and we want to be. Yeah. I really admire you guys. I'm one of a very few Christian Russians living in America, and I just don't have what it takes to drop everything and move back, although I really want to. Hope your farm picks up. Well, I personally know a bunch of Russians in America who are moving back. Some of them are in the process of selling their farms. Some of them are trying to figure out, or not their farms, their stuff. And some of them are in the process of trying to figure out how best to sell their stuff. But there's a lot of people coming back. There's also a lot of Westerners who have no ties to Russia moving here as well. I just got an email again from another guy in Canada. And in order to, part of the immigration process to any country, you need a criminal record check to take with you. And when he went for it, the police there told him they had a whole stack of people with criminal record checks because they're moving to Russia. So it is starting to be noticed by the authorities. That should tell you how many people are coming. Where are they all going? I don't know. Russia is huge. There's a lot of opportunities. I believe Nizhny Novgorod is one of the best opportunities. It's a great state to live in with great government, very supportive government. But of course, people could choose wherever they want. A lot of people head for Moscow. There's a lot of English-speaking people in Moscow. It makes the whole transition a lot easier for people.
Yeah.
So everybody has to go where they want to go. But there's lots coming. And you think you don't have what it takes. I mean, you're not alone. Do I have what it takes? Does Anneesa have what it takes? I don't know.
I actually, on the train, when I was standing in line for the washroom, somebody from New Zealand, they were originally from Russia. They were here just visiting, I think checking it out as well. and he heard me talking to English to the children, and he just openly started talking to me and asked, "Where am I from?" And I said, "Canada." Well, how do you like it here? I said, "Actually, really, really do." And he, well, how do you like the people? Like, are the people nice to you? I said, "Oh yeah, for sure. People are really nice to me." I'm like, I've never felt like put out or that nobody wants me here. I said, they're so helpful when they find out that I speak English and I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going or anything. I said, oh, people are quick to step up and help. He was so surprised by that. He moved away 25 years ago, he said. He was so surprised to hear that. And I'm like, I honestly, I'm sure it was different 25 years ago, but now, yeah, I just, so.
Oh, it's an amazing country. Amazing
they're
people.
So welcoming. They're so kind. And you get the odd one that's going to be miserable, but you get that in every country and every culture. Right.
Personally, right now in my emails, I know Australians that are planning on coming. I think there's 2 families, one for certain. 2 Canadian families in the process of coming here, and 1 American family. They're selling their stuff right now. Once it's sold, they're coming.
2.
Another one from there has 2. I would say probably at least 3. And that's just off the top of my head.
And there's 3 people checking it out recently, or coming to check it out.
Coming just to visit, check it out. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, of course, there's lots of people. What are your favorite tourist attractions in Russia? We don't get a lot of time for tour. Churches. I think the churches is probably one of my favorite. Yeah. They're awe-inspiring. It's hard for me to like. I don't know. It's something that just demands respect and holiness and quiet and just reflection. Yeah, I really enjoy the churches. But history in general. There's so many old buildings, so many just old stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of history here, and I really enjoy that too. So. Happy Cat, $13.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Happy Cat. Appreciate it. My family loves to watch. What's going on here? What happened?
I've got it translated.
Oh, I see. Well, that's in English. I don't have to translate. My family loves to watch your family. That's cool. From Odia. Vlado's first in the West. In pursuit of profit and money, people forget to simply live and enjoy life. Russia is a country more about life. Spirituality involves reflection and joy. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, and I would been reflecting on that too. I guess I would like to spend more time just relaxing. The trouble is that you got to eat, right?
I was going to say that these people, and that's what I said earlier, is these people all have jobs, they all have careers, and we're still establishing our business, so we don't have an income. So we are living off our savings.
It's concerning for us, right? So
it is concerning because as the savings dwindle, like we have no way of making.
We had hoped to be farther in our agriculture by this point.
To be able to make a living, to be able to support our family, and we have, as the type of people we are the type of people that would never ask anybody to support us in that way. Like, we appreciate your support, and don't get us wrong in that avenue, but it goes against our pride, I guess. Like here, it's a normal culture to be supported by things, and it's hard for us.
Careful how you word that one.
Yeah. What? Maybe you could elaborate.
Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean.
Well, I don't want to be prideful, but yet. Yeah.
Well, we don't like asking for help.
There we go.
Yeah. But we would like to be on our own feet.
Yeah.
And making our own income.
So we didn't come here to be a burden on society. We were hoping to come here and
push is, of course, to make our farm profitable, and we were hoping to be farther in that, but it takes so long to get anything done. Yeah. So we still don't have milk cows, and we can't sell any butter and cheese then. So, we have some garden stuff to sell, but it doesn't exactly pay for things. So good thing is that we have, less grocery bills for ourselves. That's our biggest cost. Yeah. So, but yeah, we're hopefully get there. And I would like to have more time for rest and relaxation as well. So we're not working all the time, and we can just, I'm not into fishing, but I would like to just take the time and go do some fishing, just to relax.
I think that's it.
What's this? I don't know.
It's good evening. That's it.
Stop touching. Stop. Don't touch. All right, what do you got here?
That's it. We're done.
Aaron, we hope to see more content, more video content with Anneesa and the girls. Building the farm is cool, but seeing your family life is also interesting. Yep, I agree. See? Hello, tell us about your eldest son. What does he do? Do you communicate often? Does he want to come to Russia? I don't think he'll move here. He's got, in his stage of life, he's happy where he is. He's enjoying it. He's doing well. Yeah, and yes, we do communicate. About 198,000 subs. You were shadow banned. I'm subbing, and next day I'm unsubbed. Algorithms are hiding you too. Yep. Unfortunately, and I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I don't think that's fair. I don't think we're doing anything, terrible. But
yep, makes it difficult again to make a living.
Matty McMatface, Dobry Vicher. I wish you could tell about your experience in Russian farming and problems to Nizhny Novgorod Russian government, and they will make it better. It would be great. Hope sometimes you can't explain it. That's the problem. I can't explain it because there isn't necessarily anything wrong. Everything's just difficult, and when you do explain it, people are like, well, that's just the way it is. It's like, I don't know. You can't explain it. It's not explainable. It's just, things are more difficult than they should be. And I don't know how to explain that.
Somebody said, what about the country corner?
What about Countryside Corners? Any plans? Yes, I would really like to
What
get
would you like to see there?
More interviews, probably, I imagine.
Yeah, but what type of topics? It would be nice to have an idea of what type of topics people would like to see or hear. That would give us a little bit more, something to go on.
You are pioneers in Russia as a small business farmers. Russia is not situated for that yet. I think you're right there. Yeah, but that doesn't make it any less difficult. So then what do we need to do? Do we need to go bigger in agriculture? That, of course, takes a lot more money. Or what's the answer there? I don't know. I'm starting to think that small scale agriculture might be impossible. I don't know. I'm hoping to find out more this week. I got a veterinarian meeting coming up with a proper translator. So hopefully we can narrow that down.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it's just impossible, and by impossible I mean just cost prohibitive, if it's going to cost too much to do what we want to do, then we can't do it, which then what does that look like for us? Do we have to scale it up and go bigger agriculture? And I like that in some ways, but how do you do that? How do you pay for that? That costs a lot of money. So land is incredibly cheap here, which is nice, but equipment's not. Farm equipment's still very expensive here. Cows are expensive here. Yeah, so I don't know. It's something that needs to be think about. Well, it should be think about. It must be time for bed. Yeah, I can't speak anymore. What's this thing about the App Store? I don't know what's going on here.
I don't know. This person said that they tried Duolingo.
Oh, yeah.
By 2 weeks, it had...
Here, Mad Max is saying, I'm watching 10 minutes behind you. My earlier comment about government watching you is that these issues you raise will be looked at. Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. But again, I don't even know if they need to be changed. I just don't understand them. And nobody seems to be able to give... I think that's the hardest part, is that everybody you talk to has a different answer. Nobody understands. You talk to this guy. I had a really good conversation. Great friend of mine. He's got a small little farm as well. He's trying to make a living. Super nice guy. I really enjoy talking to him. Stas, Stas. Super nice guy. Anyway, he's laying it out to me. Okay, well, this is the way the laws are. I'm like, okay. I left there. I was like, all right, I think I understand this. Then I talked to the vet and I find out that, no, basically what Stas told me is wrong. And this is the case everywhere. So did I now misunderstand the vet or did I misunderstand Stas? And this is the problem, because everybody I talk to has a different answer. And a lot of people say, oh, just don't worry about the rules. Just do your own thing. Don't worry about it. So it's really hard for us then to figure out, okay, what are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do? What are the rules? We'll figure it out. We will. And we will share it with you when we figure it out. Okay, updates on the farm, please. It's the most interesting thing. How your house and farm grow. So that's what you want to see on this channel, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I think Anneesa's request was on, what do you want to see on Countryside Corner? Do you guys want to see more interviews with other immigrants? Is that what you want? What do you want?
Or do you want
Tell
more
us
of us? Or do you want more of... What do you want?
Yeah. I tried Duolingo, and by week 2, it had a man's voice saying, I'm a woman, and vice versa. Ugh, yuckus.
Rosetta Stone? I've been doing that lately, and it's really good. it's actually better, I find, than Duolingo. So it obviously costs more money, but I think it's worth it.
Mm. In Sochi, we have English clubs where foreigners come and they learn Russian from Russian language teachers that volunteer their time and knowledge. Apps is just a waste of time. Yeah, so I tried apps and it gave me like a real basic. I mean, I did Duolingo for a while, but I didn't learn a lot on there. What I learned most of is just interaction, literally speaking with Russians, trying anyway. And every week you pick up a couple more words and you add that and you figure out how to fit that into a sentence. And sometimes I say something and they look at me like, what? And I'm like, okay, I got that wrong. And, but just keep trying, like Cora now has really good foundational Russian and she can then use that in conversation. So there's still things she doesn't know, of course. But yeah, I mean, she does amazing talking to the Russians. First, can Timur help you with the questions of law? Call him and ask what you don't understand. He's supposedly a lawyer. Well, that's just because he's a lawyer doesn't mean he knows everything about law.
He's an immigration lawyer.
Yeah.
He's not an animal.
He has no agricultural background. So I think, hats off to Timur. He's amazing. He's a very good friend and he's done a lot, but he didn't grow up on a farm. He doesn't know anything about agriculture. He's learning and he wants to learn, but there's a lot to learn and nobody understands the law. He's looked into some of this stuff and he's just like, this doesn't even make any sense, some of it. Because you have a law and then you have another law and then they contradict each other and then there's more laws and another law and then it's very hard to understand. Actually, we sat down together and we're like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to like make a manual that's easy for other farmers coming to understand. Well, that was 4 months ago. We have accomplished nothing since then because we still can't figure it out. That was actually funny too because we went to a meeting with the vet. Timur did, we did. And we left the meeting, and her and I were like way more confused than when we went in. And Timur come out, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I learned a lot, man. I think." And I'm like, "What did you learn?" So anyway, that's funny. It's a tough position, yeah. Unfortunately, farming culture has fallen apart in Russia. It's going to be hard to recover. Well, when there's willingness, and I think there is. Maybe not in all of Russia, I don't know, but here locally, I think there is. I think there really is I've met the Minister of Agriculture, Deputy Minister of Agriculture, super nice guys, and they're really happy that we're here. They're really eager to help and assist us along the way. So I think it can be revived, and I think we just need to figure out how to do it. We'll get there. How many acres do you guys have? 280, roughly. Hey guys, great to catch you live. What are we looking at, man?
I don't know.
All right, I'm down.
Okay.
I'm great to catch you live. YouTube has been frustrating as I've been getting notifications when a new video pops up. What's the best way to send you funds from the UK? Probably PayPal.
I don't know if my PayPal works either, so it keeps not putting the proper donation button on our videos. Keep changing it, but YouTube won't update the information.
Yeah, so we're having some shadow banning problems. Unfortunately, somebody in the West doesn't like us. PayPal, you could try if you want to send something from there. They can do it through YouTube as well. Or
yeah, they can send it on, but then YouTube takes a good chunk of it. But
if that doesn't work, you can try sending us an email or something, and maybe we can figure something out. Victor, think about hops for beer industry as monocultural crop for selling. Well, we don't drink unless super occasionally. So we're not really advocates of drinking culture and therefore wouldn't grow things for drinking culture. I'm not opposed to you drinking, go ahead, but we wouldn't be supportive of it. We think it can be very destructive. Oftentimes it is very destructive and it's not something that we would be supportive of. Svetlana, $9.99 super chat. Thank you very much, Svetlana. Appreciate that. Don't forget to thumb it up. You forgot. There it is. Hey guys, would you do a review on Russian tractors and farm machinery? Yeah, we have done some. I don't know what you mean Russian tractors, probably like Kirovitz or something like that, I guess. I've talked about the Belarus quite a bit. There's things about it that I like, mostly the price points. It's also things I don't like. But yeah, we could do more of that, brother. Aaron, you worry too much about the laws. I have not seen people in Russia who thought so much about the laws. You cannot be both a builder and a lawyer. Don't worry, everything has its time.
Yes,
You have
don't
made that
really-
comment multiple times now, and I appreciate that. I really do. But
Yeah.
we are immigrants in a country. In my opinion, if anyone breaks the law, they should be punished. But if an immigrant comes and breaks the law, you should kick him out. Okay, I don't want to get kicked out. I want to stay here in Russia. I love this country. I really like it, and I want to try to do things legally. And as a Christian, I am bound by my Christianity to follow the law. Okay, does that mean I never ever break a law? No, probably not. There's things that I make mistakes on, but we should try as much as possible to follow the law. And maybe other people don't do that. That's fine. But other people also don't have a YouTube channel and have people from all over the world watching, trying to figure out how they can move to Russia. The answer then that you're saying is that I need to teach everybody else in the world that to come to Russia, they should break all the laws. And I don't think that's what the government here wants me to do either. We need to find a way to make it work. And I believe there is a way. Made it to the stream from Kazan. Thank you for joining us. Redange Thompson in Soviet Russia. You are the farm machinery. Robert Swagger, can you guys request an audience with the governor for more clarification on the law? I mean, the guy's busy. I don't think he knows
wouldn't probably
agriculture
know
law.
either.
The best place to start is with the vet. We're going to do that on Tuesday, and hopefully we'll figure something out. Today, I observed a strange picture. A hedgehog walked under the hives, collected bees, and ate them. Even managed to catch live ones in the grass and ate them like chips, crunching them.
Cool.
Really? I didn't know hedgehogs ate bees.
Yeah, let's go.
That is interesting. You should have videotaped.
Mm.
What is this for a channel? I'm like a woman, would like to see more home stuff about usual life. Some housework, for example, would be very interesting. We have such channels in Russia that are very popular. There you go. You grab your vacuum and videotape. You can stick the GoPro on the vacuum. Be very cool. Country Corner, you have more new corners explaining when newcomers when they went to and are able to find work. Still have not heard of anyone who is a success without YouTube or living on their money from outside. Oh, that's a good question, or a good one. Well, it is hard because coming here,
well, you can't make money on a visa, like on a tourist visa. You're not allowed.
no, you have to have temporary residency. Once you have temporary residency, you can get a job, but many businesses do not want to hire foreigners. It's a lot of extra paperwork for them and cost more. So they would rather hire a local than a foreigner. And I can understand that, but it makes it harder for a foreigner coming here to get a job. So, of course, many of the people that are coming here are coming with enough money, and that's what we recommend as well. And if you're going to come with enough money to survive for, I don't know, a year or two or whatever on your own, right? Because you might not be able to get a job, right? I'm sure there are people that are making it somehow. Everything will be wonderful. You already have an amazing brand, Countryside Acres. Produce will fly off the shelves. Thank you.
Well, you can go to VK and you can support us there if you're from Russia. We do have some things there that are for sale.
That's true. But Countryside Corner, personally, I'd like an interview with someone about politics, situation in the world, etc. I might be able to work on that. Maybe home stuff is not for Countryside Corner, of course. I have verified that Social Security does pay recipients in Russia. My channel, $2. Here's $2 to grease the skids in case you change your mind. Grease the skids. Not sure what you mean with that, but I appreciate the $2. Thank you very much. Filmed with the hedgehog trying to upload to YouTube. All right, send me an email where to see that. I'd be curious to see that. Probably the viewers would be as well. I have verified the Social Security. Oh, I read that already. Hi there. Will you see both sets of grandparents anytime soon? Well, maybe. Stay tuned. Why are you stuck with 198,000 subs for so long? It hasn't changed for so long. Shadow ban? Because you have moved to Russia? I think so, yes. Yeah. I think they don't like that. I don't think they really have grounds to kick us off, but I think they probably would like to, maybe. I don't know. You have to keep in mind that there is definitely a left-wing movement of people, liberal-minded people in the West who hate Russia, hate anything good, don't want any good on anywhere, and only want negativity. And we try to do the opposite. So I do think that they are, that we are shadow banned. A lot of people here in Russia have either been kicked off or are being banned.
On that note.
Yeah. We need to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
It's late. I just looked at the clock and see it's 10 o'clock at night. So we've been on here for quite a while. Appreciate every one of you joining us again, as usual. Thank you very much. We have more videos coming. Stay tuned. Figure out what happened to that Rams. Very stressful situation. So stay tuned for the video. Did you want to say something? You just like...
No, good night.
All right. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Catch you all. Hope you have a great week.